like to know you, but I was just a kid. Your candle burned out long before your legend ever did. Ooh. Boy, it's nice out here in the mornings. It's nice out here in the morning time. I'll tell you that. I don't think I would choose to wake up at 5:30 every morning. But I did today. East Coast, Best Coast. That don't even rhyme. That don't even rhyme, kiddo. West Coast, Best Coast. See how it works? East Coast, Best Coast. East Coast, Least Coast is how that goes. That's how that goes. Hey, come on. I'm going to lay on the peepaw bed. That's what it looks like to me. Looks like you're spoiling up for a peepaw. Hey, Cloud Massacre, thanks for the 99 cents, brother. Oh, this fucking ginger candy is so gross. Hello, Ruby. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah. Ugh. Can you shout out Dildo? Shout outs to Dildo. First skib of the morning. Yeah. Oh, that's the way it goes, I guess. So it goes. Nobody knows. Oh, man. Morning nausea strikes again. I think I might be pregnant. I think that's the only explanation that makes any sense at this point, is that I'm a pregnant man. Pregnant men, girl dicks. Pregnant men, girl dicks. I actually have watched the new Jurassic World. I watched on Discord with a few other nerds, and we ripped on it. That movie is one of the worst films I've ever seen. I'm not even joking. Nothing happens in it. It is so, like, the first hour of that film is just expository dialogue. Like, nothing happens. I shit you not, nothing fucking happens. The first hour and 10, hour and 20 of the movie, and then the last bunch of it is just CGI. It sucked. It sucked. Typical movie tropes, garbage fucking writing, garbage CGI, garbage. Do you have a Nintendo Switch? I think we do. I think we got one years ago. I haven't seen it in years, so it's packed away somewhere. What movie is this? It's the new fucking Jurassic World or whatever the fuck. It's probably going to be the last Jurassic movie because it was ass, bro. Complete fucking ass. Unwatchable ass. You want to know something, bro? I'm about to say something fucking wild. Let me just make sure it's right. Yep. The Minecraft movie was better. I said it, and I'm being honest. The Minecraft fucking movie was better than the Jurassic movie. And I'm not even joking. I'm not even fucking joking. Yeah. Dude, the Minecraft movie made more sense and was watchable, more watchable than the new Jurassic movie. I'm not even fucking joking with you. I wish I was. I haven't seen Naked Gun yet, no. I don't look anything like John Goodman. Go look him up. John Goodman has lost all the weight, and he doesn't even look like John Goodman anymore, bro. You need to go look it up. We looked him up yesterday. I met a boy wearing Vans 501s and a dope beastie tee, nipple rings, new tattoos, and claimed that, hey, was OGT back in 92 and the first EP, and in between sips of coke he told me that he thought we were selling out, laying down. Yes, yes, yes. I love Tool. I got to see Tool in 2002, 2003. Does that sound right? Lateralis tour. Shit was wild. 6 rows back on the pit. Close enough to smell Maynard's BO. He was only 2 years old at that time. Gotta do the math on this shit real quick. 2. Yeah, ban him. Ban him. He's underage, right? 2 years old in 2002 means that you're... No, never mind. You're fine. It's been 20 fucking years. Jesus. Paul's ego. Oh my God. 2002 feels like last year. What the fuck? Ban him. I almost banned you for being 27, dude, because I just can't do math. We're fucking hella old, Ruby. This shit is getting wild. Would you like to have a cold one? Dude, it's a little early for a cold one. I'll smoke a joint with you, though. As soon as I'm done with this cigarette, I'll have a joint. How's that? It's a little early in the morning to crack a cold one for me, though. You hear the chickens? Chickens. Cock-a-doodle-doo, it's morning time. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah. I guess that's true. It's 6:30 a.m. where I'm at. Okay? That's early. Yeah, West Coast, best coast, baby. I'm in the PNW. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. I'm northwest of the Puget Sound in Washington State. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle-dee. That's how I know you're a social creature, getting up at 6:30 and talking to people. Oh, dude, I do my best work early. I'm the most gregarious towards other people early in the day. And so, like, I really don't get the desire to interact with people unless I'm kind of trolling, except for earlier on in the day. I get trollier. I get less interested in, like, poking. Sometimes I just wake up in that state, too. Sometimes I just wake up like, looks cold. It's not cold, but it ain't warm. I'll tell you that. Fucking rooster agrees. Sober, H, or Rosetta Stoned. They're all good, man. The weed is good. They're all good, man. Tool is fucking goated. Everyone else is still asleep. It feels good. A little bit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to control it. I can't control my sleep schedule. Like last night, I just fucking zonked out at like 10, something like that. Woke up at 5:30, like, bling. I can't control it, man. And then, like, what'll happen is that slowly but surely I'll be staying up all night. Like, I'll go to bed at like 11:30 tonight, and then like 1:30 the next day, and then pretty soon I'll be staying up all fucking night again. My sleep schedule is a nightmare. Like a total nightmare. When you're a barista, are you typically scheduled as an opener or closer? Opener. Always opener. I did closing when I had to, but I found my niche in opening, and because nobody wanted to do it, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll do it, dude." You go into work and you're done by noon. Yes, please. Yeah, I'll take that. And so I was the opener at my store, 5 days a week. It was all me. Oh yeah, morning shifts. Well, morning shifts is the morning rush. So you're gonna get all the tips. You're gonna get all the, and because of that morning rush, the day goes by super fucking quick because the first 3 hours of it you're just slamming, right? Then you clean up a little bit, then you slam again. By the time you notice it, the mid crew's coming in and your fucking ass is clocking out, counting out your drawer, and going home. It's the best job you ever had? This one. Yeah, I work for myself now. I own my own company, and that you can't beat that with a big stick, being your own fucking boss. Now, if I fuck up, I'm the one that writes myself up. You see how that works? Wish you could grow a beard. One of these days, bro. Never give up hope. It wasn't even about discipline for me. It wasn't even about discipline for me. It was about necessity. I guess it took discipline. Oh yeah, DoorDash era would be fucking shit. What insect scares the crap out of you? Locusts and grasshoppers are the only insects that I'm afraid of. I've been afraid of them since I was little. My mom used to make tomato plants, and she showed me how to go out there and pick grasshoppers off, and I went to grab one time and it flew and landed on my face. And ever since then, dude, I hate those motherfuckers, bro. Every time I see one, I think it's gonna jump on me. Roaches, don't give a fuck, bro. Don't give a fuck about a roach. I don't give a fuck about anything, bro. I don't fear animals. Like, I've dealt with snakes, poisonous and non. I've dealt with spiders, poisonous and non. You know what I mean? Like little fucking creatures, little woodland creature. I don't give a fuck. But keep the grasshoppers away from me. Stink bugs, don't care. Literally, I like bugs. Are you atheist too? Grasshopper is a definite sign that spiritual awakening. Well, no, like a grasshopper, I'm little. I was little when the grasshopper. So, yeah. But no, I'm not. Well, I guess I'm an atheist. I'm also a Taoist. I wish I knew what it was called, but I think it's a night cricket. Their legs like a grasshopper legs and look terrifying. Literal grasshopper cricket breed. Ugh. Nope. What about gorilla? No, I don't fear gorilla. Gorilla don't fear you, so why do you fear gorilla? Am I Canadian? Fuck no, bro. We call that an insult down here in the States. You don't call somebody a fucking Canuck. You just don't, bro. Silverfish? Don't give a fuck. Nah, dude, roaches don't get me. Rats, mice don't get me. Nah, I don't fear any animal except the grasshopper, bro. The way that they look, too, those big bulging eyes and that fucking mouth, it's all like... It's like, oh, fuck no, bro. Mm-mm. It's an animal that's cute but can be deadly. Bears, bro. Bears are adorable, but they're horrifying. Vicious animals. But they can be so cute. Oh yeah, the meat bees. Yeah, I mean, they suck, but, you know, what are you gonna do? I'm not afraid of them. Why is calling somebody Canadian an insult? Tell me you're not an American without telling me you're not an American. This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass, Larry. This is what happens, Larry. You're gonna want to watch right out that front window, Larry. This is what happens, Larry. This is what happens, Larry. Larry, this is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass. This is what happens, Larry. This is what happens, Larry. This is what happens, Larry. What the fuck are you doing? I just bought that fucking car last week. I kill you, fucking car, man. No, that's not his car, man. I kill you, fucking car, man. Oye, ¿cómo va? ¿Qué hizo? Le nos damos a... Hija, que no... Tommy from the Bronx? Tommy from the motherfucking Bronx up in this bitch? What up, Big Tommy? Up and around on that East Coast. I'm just getting there, bro. It's 6:30 in the morning. I'm just getting there, bro. I'm just getting there, bro. What you up to, Big T? Been too fucking long since we chilled, so my fingers crossed for that meetup in Jersey, bro. I see me a Tommy. That's gonna be a good ass meetup. Is it true that there were once grizzly bears in California long ago? Yes. Well, the state animal of California is the California grizzly, but they were hunted to near extinction, and what's left of the California grizzlies migrated north up through Oregon, Washington, and now they're all mostly in Canada. Every once in a blue moon, a grizzly bear will range down into the Washington mountains, but for the most part, what's left of the grizzly lives in Canada now. No one can save me, no one else can save me now but you. As long as the fires are burning, as long as the wheels are turning, as long as my dreams are coming true, you better believe it, that I would do anything for love. I would run right into hell and back. Boom, boom. Being threatening to humans and also making great winter clothes is a terrible evolutionary strategy. Yes, it's true. But I'll never believe the way I'm feeling with you right now. No way. Do you believe talk therapy can only help you so much? Yeah, like talk therapy is meant to help you with actualizing your mental health. And so talk therapy is meant to teach you coping mechanisms so that in the future you don't really need to be in talk therapy. That's the whole idea. Well, it's the whole idea of cognitive behavioral therapy. Does it give you coping mechanism? So the idea, but some people need to, that like, I think it's totally fucking healthy to maintain a once a month fucking visit with the mental health professionals, talk out what's going on in your life. You have somebody that's not directly invested, not a member of your family, that'll sit and listen to you, give you feedback. I did it for a long time. I was in talk therapy twice a week for 4 years. No, I know why people think that, and I definitely am not trying to push talk therapy on people, but it really helped me. It was also really horrible. The way that my relationship with my therapist ended was pretty fucking, it shook me to my core. He went crazy and killed himself. And this was a dude that I trusted more than anybody in the fucking world. The dude went absolutely off his nut and he killed himself. And I was just like, it fucking devastated me. And I haven't been back in talk therapy since then. But as long as the fires are burning, as long as the wheels are turning, as long as my dreams are coming true, you better believe me. Yeah, no, it is what it is. Shit happens, I was in my 30s, and the dude, I'll be honest with you, he saved my life. By the time that I reached out and found myself a therapist, I was ready to fucking go. I was ready to end it, bro. My mental health was so out of control, so bad. And this dude fucking pulled me up out of that. I was not his only client, no. He was a licensed clinical social worker, LCSW is the tag. Well, he wasn't that way. He was not the man that I thought he was. Let's just put it that way. He presented himself as one thing, and I believed it wholeheartedly and with all my trust. And then at the end of his life, he showed that he was a different person entirely. And it was a lesson to me. I hate to say it, it was a lesson in unconditional trust. I don't do that anymore. I'm a trust but verify guy now. Oh yeah, bottling up your emotions, it kills you. It'll kill you. If you have no outlet, number one, you're gonna tea kettle, and you're gonna end up with fucking acid reflux and heart disease and all that shit. Well, what about Bob is a cautionary tale about developing a parasocial relationship with your therapist. A therapist helps you, and a lot of times this is actually true, people will develop an unhealthy emotional attachment to their therapist. It's not uncommon for people to become attracted to their therapist. That didn't happen to me, but it's not uncommon. And it's a therapist's job to halt that and go like, listen, not for nothing, but I'm not your friend. I'm your doctor. I have a gay face. I look to mine as the mother I never had. Well, that can be dangerous. You know what I mean? It was dangerous for me. Melfi, oh yeah. Melfi was a MILF, but she was also a horrible therapist. She had absolutely no ethical boundaries whatsoever. She was a horrible therapist. She even comes to the fucking conclusion late in the series. You guys remember when Melfi is confronted by her therapist about how talk therapy doesn't work with sociopaths and psychopaths. In fact, all it does is like give them a moral justification for their behavior. She was horrible. Oh God, Melfi was like, yeah, The Sopranos, yeah. You don't have a gay face, you have a lumberjack going back to college face. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleeps all night and I works all day. He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day. I cut down trees, I wear high heels, suspenders and a bra. I wish I'd been a girlie, just like my dear mama. Oh, he's a lumberjack and he's okay. Straight as a needle. I'm a little bent. Man, I love the Monty Python songs. I love Eric the Half a Bee. Have you heard that one? Eric the Half a Bee. Boom, 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 boom. La dee dee. A 1, 2, 3. Eric the Half a Bee. Is this wretched demi-bee half asleep upon my knee? Some freak from a menagerie? No, it's Eric the Half a Bee. Bum, 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 bum. How does one prepare themselves to take the leap into self-employment? You don't. Bro, I don't know if my advice is good advice, but here's how it happened with me. I reached a point in my life where I realized that I was living somebody else's life. I was 35 years old. I was living somebody else's life. I'm not even kidding you. Yeah, I looked around at my life and everything that I had and everything that I'd built was for somebody else. It wasn't for me. And I freaked the fuck out. I got a divorce, quit my job, moved to Texas, which is a state I hadn't even driven to before, and basically started the road to self-employment there. I jumped face first into podcasting, got a contractor job with a big podcast, became pretty fucking well known because of that. And then, at this point in my career, I own my own business. I owned two businesses actually, and you know, that's how it worked. There was no like, excuse me, there was no fucking plan. There was no deliberate like, okay, I'm gonna become a business person, work for myself. There was none of that. I lived in Texas for close to 2 years. Close to 2 years. Lived in San Antonio, by the way. Well, not, I mean, I lived on the outskirts of San Antonio. I lived in a little town called Windcrest, Texas. And I lived there in an apartment for a while. I can't wait to be out of Texas. Yeah, I don't blame you, bro. It wasn't for me. I got to tell you, though, of all the places that I've been and lived in the South, Texas was the most identifiable to me. Like, I could have seen myself possibly settling there in Texas, which is wild. You know, at that point in my life, I was with somebody that I saw myself being with for a long time, and I could see myself settling down and starting a little family there in Texas. I wouldn't say that for any other southern state that I've been through, so there's that. Texas is a lot like California. They don't admit it, but 1, 2, 3. Eric the Hoppy. Fiddly dee. 1, 2, 3. Eric the Hoppy. I'm in North Carolina, so it's pretty rough in terms of South type stereotypes. Charlotte and Raleigh aren't bad. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If I'm being totally fucking real with you, there's quite a few places in the South that weren't bad. It's just that they weren't good. It's like Texas, right? I moved directly to San Antonio, and I thought, wow, you know, Texas ain't bad. And then I did some traveling in Texas. I went to Dallas, I went to Houston, I went to Corpus Christi, and I was like, holy shit, this place is a nightmare. Like, this place is horrible. Dude, for my money, there's one city in Texas, San Antonio. How tall am I? Don't do all caps, but I'm 6'1". What made Texas so bad? There's a number of things. Number one, people don't appreciate how huge Texas is. Texas is fucking huge. It takes you all day. You could drive for fucking 20 straight hours, start in El Paso, work your way down through the South and cross over into Louisiana. That drive will take you 20 hours. It's wild. Oh my God, the Duke of Memes. Well, I don't really fuss anymore over the power dynamics. I'm the front line. Okay, I'm an elite foot soldier of the dome now. I don't fuss over the power dynamics. I wouldn't want to be a lord, a highfalutin lord, sitting on, a velvet cushion all day and signing edicts. Okay, I pick up my Zweihander, and I go where Don Vader points. If Don Vader points at something, I obliterate it. Okay, I'm a Knight of the Dome. That's the way it works. I rode my motorcycle from Wichita Falls to the San Luis Valley of Colorado. More than half the ride was in Texas. Yeah, no, it's wild, bro. Dude, when I moved to Texas from California, because it's a long-ass drive to the Texas border, I obviously went down south. Well, I cut east from where I lived in California, went up over the pass, went through Arizona and a little bit of New Mexico, and then plopped myself in El Paso. And I thought, that was a long ass drive, but I'm finally in Texas. I'm almost there. Bro, it was almost a full fucking day and change before I got to San Antonio. It was wild. I was like, how is this possible? That state is fucking unconscionably big. Become desensitized to it at this point. Yeah. That is true. El Paso is closer to California than it is to Houston, Texas. That's how fucking huge Texas is. Not even kidding. I got to El Paso, I had a breakdown. Because by that point, like, dude, I don't know if I've told you guys the whole story of my divorce or whatever. But, dude, it is absolutely wild. So, I had a friend at this point. A guy that long time watchers will know as Jason. Jason was a younger guy than me, but he and I had become friends playing Dota together. And fuck, bro. So I had met this other chick. I was still married. I'd met this other chick, and that was like the wake up call for me. I was like, I'm not gonna cheat. I've already kind of emotionally cheated, but I'm not gonna go like fly out or surreptitiously meet some chick and bang her while I'm still with this other woman. I have to. And so it was just like it dawned on me. And it was like fucked up, man. It was late at night, and I was like, okay. So I'm the type of person, I can't sit on an egg like that, bro. I'm like, I got a conscience like an 800-pound gorilla. I can't like lie to people. And so I knew like tomorrow's the day, bro. Tomorrow is the day I've got to break up with my wife of 12 years, by the way. And so I did it, and didn't sleep at all that night before. So keep the timeline, Didn't sleep at all. I was up all night preparing. As soon as she got up and around and was available, I did it, right? Packed a duffel bag, grabbed my computer and loaded it up in the back of my car, and I was gone. And so no sleep the night before. So we're now rocking 24 hours of no sleep, and I leave Fresno, California, bound for San Antonio, Texas. Do you see any problems with this so far? So I'm running on pure adrenaline and emotion at this point. How did she take it? Not well. We'll just leave it at that. Not, I mean, how would you take it? Not well. So I was, obviously I'm an emotional wreck. I'm driving through LA, right? Because you cut through the LA basin to cut over to Arizona. I get through Arizona. I'm in the middle of the fucking desert there, the Mojave Desert. And I pull off my fucking wedding ring and fling it out the window somewhere there in the Mojave. By the way, there's a $600 tungsten wedding ring somewhere in the Mojave Desert between LA and San Antonio. Good luck. Anyway, got that done, and I just spent all night driving through the desert, alternately like crying and then, trying to listen to music. And all of a sudden, I make it through Arizona, I make it through Phoenix, and all of a sudden I see, I'm pulling into Texas, and I'm not quite in Texas yet. I'm somewhere in like New Mexico, right on the border with Texas. And I stopped at this little like spot. I'll never forget the spot. For some reason, this spot is burned into my head because it was right about to go up into the little mountains where San Antonio is. They're not huge mountains, but there's a little mountain range there. I could see those mountains, and this little place was just right along the side of the road, so inviting. I went in there. I got a cup of coffee because I was starting to feel that like no sleep. You know what I mean? So I downed a cup of coffee. Felt better. Had a couple smokes. You know what I mean? Felt a lot better. Got back in my car. Went up into that mountain range, and as soon as I hit El Paso, my body gave up, bro. So it was like 48 hours with no sleep at that point, and my body was just like, I literally started shaking. I was like, holy fuck, what's going on, man? And so I pulled off, and it just so happened I took an off ramp that led right to a La Quinta Inn. It was like, you know what I mean? And I got into the parking lot of the La Quinta. I opened my car door and I puked all that coffee up. Like all that coffee that I drank just came fucking flying out of me. I walked into the office of that La Quinta probably looking like I was half dead and on drugs. I plopped down my credit card and said, I need a fucking room. The guy gave me a key. I don't even remember signing anything. He just gave me a key. I went in the room. I fell I didn't even grab a bag or anything out of my car. I fell face first onto the bed and I slept for 12 hours. It was wild. On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, had the smell of fresh coffee rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, I was right on the brink. I saw a tiny little coffee shop. I had to stop for a drink. Boom, 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 boom. Well, yeah, Kayla, that's what I found out. I didn't know it at the time because my body was just shutting down. I'm not even kidding. I was like puking and retching and shit. And really it was all of that emotional turmoil plus no sleep, and I'm bottling all that up to try and drive safely. It just came out. It was crazy, bro. That trip to Texas was one of the craziest things I ever did. So I told you guys I passed out, fell asleep, woke up 12 hours later, called the girl that I was coming to visit and was like, fuck, I'm fucking half dead here, but I just woke up. I'm gonna get my shit together and I'm gonna be on the road to you. And so I left the La Quinta at about 1 a.m. and I started pulling out of El Paso and got out into the nowhere town. And then all of a sudden, the freeways, it lights up there. Freeway's got one of those things where it's feeding off, and I'm like, fuck, is this a detour? And then I see a sign that says like immigration and immigration/drug checkpoint or some shit. All cars must stop. And then I realized I'm coming from California, and I've got an ounce of weed, 5 or 6 really high dose edible bars, 5 or 6 little carts. I was like, I've got enough weed to put me in prison probably for like 8-10 years here in Texas. And I'm pulling up to this place where there's dogs sniffing and dudes with machine guns. And I was like, fuck. So I pulled up there, bro. Best acting job I ever did. Best acting job I ever did, bro. As I pulled up next to a fucking semi, and the dogs were sniffing up under the semi's wheel rims and shit, looking for fucking drugs. Dude walks over to me wearing sunglasses at night, the mirror shades. How you doing, sir? I said, doing all right, sir. How are you? Doing just fine. What's your purposes of visit in Texas tonight? I said, I'm visiting a friend for the holidays, sir. Yeah, where's your destination? I said, San Antonio, Texas, sir. They got anything in the car I need to know about? Any firearms, any drugs, any cocaine, any weed, anything like that? I said, no, sir. Do I need to bring one of my dogs over here to verify that? I said, well, you can if you want, sir, but it'd be a waste of your time. And he looked at me for like 5 seconds. He was like, all right, enjoy your stay in Texas. Go ahead and pull through. And I was like, oh my God. Drove away. I said, thank you, sir. Well, I didn't do that yet. I said, thank you, sir. Got about like half a mile up the road and I was like, oh my fucking God. What was that? But by that time, dude, I was in Texas, bro. It was over. They couldn't stop me then. Yeah, man, I looked different then. I had a shaved head. I still had a beard, but it was more well kempt. You know what I mean? It was shorter, so kind of like that. And I had a shaved head. If I had the long hair and the beard, my ass would be in fucking jail. Or would I be telling you a story about spending 5 years in jail in fucking Texas, in a federal fucking prison in Texas? Yeah, not good. But right before I left, I had gotten like a lineup. I went down and I got my hair did. I got my beard trimmed up. Like it was like just a week maybe before I left. I wasn't planning on it, but I looked crisp. I looked crisp. That's so wrong though. What's wrong? What's wrong? Yeah, all for bringing a supply of flowers that I smoke across borders. Yeah. Oh, profiling because of long hair. Oh yeah. No, dude. God forbid I would have been Hispanic or black. Dude, no matter how clean cut I was, if I was Hispanic or black, once again, I'd be telling you guys a story about going to prison in fucking Texas for weed. It's just the way cops work, man. I looked like a clean cut little white boy. I was driving a nice little fucking Scion XB, you know. Didn't look like I answered all his questions immediately. Legal here in Canada. Well, legal here in Washington State, too. I mean, you know, this was a different time, and Texas is a different fucking place, bro. This was 10 years ago, and this was a different fucking, there was a different social climate around weed, let's just put it that way. Tell me your future. You will be banned for asking a stupid question in a Paul's Ego stream. Oh, sorry. Whew, I tapped into the other side. See? Paul Stradamus strikes again. Otello was ready on the trigger, bro. Otello knew. See, Otello's been watching me long enough. He knows when I'm setting one up to knock it down. You know what I mean? There's no surprise in Otello. My harshest fan. Are you going through a breakup right now? No, not at all. I'm married. I'm good. Remarried in the year since. I'm a happy guy. No, I'm in a very stable, happy, good marriage. My wife is my business partner. We're co-owners of one of our businesses. It's good shit. You have a voice for radio? 95.7 The Fox. It's a cold one out there, so make sure you bundle up this morning. On your way to work, the 99 is looking congested as always. Expect delays of 10 to 15 minutes between the Shaw and Blackstone off-ramps. Right now, we're coming up on 15 uninterrupted minutes of classic rock and roll here on 95.7 The Fox, your home in the Valley for classic rock. This is Smoke on the Water. Burn, 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 burn. Smoke on the water and fire in the sky. Smoke on the water. Good vibes, yeah. This is how we start every day, by the way. Even if I don't stream, this is how the beginning of my day always goes. Some days I just share it with you guys, you know what I mean? A cup of coffee, a couple joints. Get yourself ready. As an American citizen, I put 3 drugs in myself every morning to make sure I'm awake and ready to do my thing. Nicotine, cannabis, caffeine. All right? NCC. $95.7 The Fox. 99.7 The Riot. Coming at you with the only 15 minutes of uninterrupted classic rock in the Valley. 99.7 The Riot. Coming at you. Always low-key considering a tolerance break. Yeah, I'm not considering it. I don't think I'm gonna do it though. You got sugar in the coffee? I do have a little bit of creamer in there. A little bit of French vanilla in there in a situation. So that's a good point, sugar. I usually do have black coffee though. Black coffee. Prefer black coffee. 69.9 Dino Radio coming at you with another 15 minutes of uninterrupted classic rock. 101.5 WPDH coming at you with another 15 uninterrupted minutes of classic rock. Are you a DJ? No. I just have the voice. I just could be, but I'd be broke. DJs don't make shit. Is that crack cocaine? Yes. Somebody's 12, get them out. Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law. Radio's been deader than dead, bro. Radio has been dead for a long fucking time. And it's not a career that I would advise anybody go into. I certainly wouldn't. But I definitely could be. Maybe somebody will hear me one day and they'll be like, we need that guy for a voice of a radio guy. We need a DJ for this movie we're making about the 80s. Something like that, right? And nobody listens to the radio. Dude, have you guys turned on broadcast TV in the last 4 or 5 years? Let me just ask, like what actually comes over the airwaves and shit? Have you guys seen this shit? Bro, I only see it when I'm chilling at my mom's house. She'll throw on broadcast TV. Bro, they will do like a show, and then they do the commercial break. And the commercial break, instead of 5 or 6 commercials, it's one like 6-minute long commercial. selling old people like muscle cream or like a massage pad or like some workout tape. I'm not even kidding, bro. They don't even do like normal commercials anymore because they know nobody's watching. The only people that are watching are like 60 and older. And so, and it's like some little workout machine, and like compression socks, and then like supplements. It's wild. It's wild. Some crazy shit right there. Yeah, bro, it's crazy. You know what else has gotten crazy too? Not just broadcast TV over the airwaves, dude. Cable, basic cable. Dude, I was staying in a shitty hotel around Christmas when I was moving up this way. Because me and my wife, we moved up here during the holidays, which sucked, by the way. Never again. But anyway, we were chilling in a Motel 6 and we had nothing to do. And so we were watching like cable where you pull up the guide and you select and you can see what's airing, right? We're going through, bro. There's wild shit on there now, man. There's wild shit. There are whole channels that play nothing but one show all day. It's crazy. And then they just loop. It's crazy. It's wild, man. And then there's like 150 channels of nothing but like end-to-end infomercials. 150 of those. Then there's like 150 channels of just straight Spanish shit. Just straight up 150 Spanish channels. And then you're in the hotel and you go like you're scrolling through the little guide and you see HBO and you're like, fuck yeah, oh, Game of Thrones is on, we'll watch that. You click it and it goes, you have not subscribed to this channel, and you go, fuck. And then you go like, okay, you go back to the guide and you scroll down and you see the Discovery Channel, right? And it's like Ancient Aliens, and you click on it. And fucking Stavros Malakanos or whatever, that dude with the fucking hair, comes on and he's like, did people come from Mars to build the pyramids? I think it's plausible. You know what I mean? And you're like, yeah, all right, I'll watch this for a minute. Maybe they did. You know, that's how it goes. Am I wrong? Is that relatable to anybody but me? Damn, not really. Fuck. Well, okay. My bad. I guess that's just me. I guess you had to be there. It's pretty crazy, man. You know what I mean? It's pretty crazy. Sandra, you're going to have to hit the caps lock button or somebody's going to snipe you. I'm just letting you know, Sandra. It's cool that you participate, but you're going to have to turn out that caps lock, baby girl. All right? Please do. One more caps lock fucking message out of you and somebody's going to snipe you. I'm just warning. Radio is not dead. It's a shrinking industry for sure, but it has 44% of listening time, where streamed music is at 20. No, dude. When I say dead, I don't mean that nobody ever tunes into the radio. What I mean is that radio doesn't have anywhere near the reach and power it did. There's no like radio stars anymore. Video killed the radio star. Haven't you heard that fucking song? In my mind and in my car, we can't rewind, we've gone too far. Oh, oh. My girlfriend of 3 years told me, we just friends, but I must wait her 4 years, but we are not allowed to see each other. And she always say busy, tired. Should I wait her? No. Let me tell you something, dude. Girls will pull that power move. Bro, I'm glad you asked this question, because I gotta fucking tell you right now, bro. I gotta tell you right now. You just had to call a mechanic to let him know he destroyed my brand new engine. Fuck. That sucks. I'm glad you asked this question, though, bro. This is a great fucking question. Women will fucking pull this power move, bro. No. You need to listen, bro. You need to, no. You listen. This happened to me, bro. I was chasing the same girl all through fucking high school, okay? And we were on and off. We fooled around and shit. Like it was lovey-dovey when nobody else was around, but we were supposed to not be dating. It was fucked, right? And so at the end of that, we graduate high school. And I'm chilling in my room one day. Right? I'm just kicking back in my bed. My little in-room line rings, and I pick it up. And it's this girl. And she goes, I have to tell you something. And I was like, okay. And she goes, I love you. And I was like, okay. And she was like, and I want to be with you. And I was like, okay, good. That's what I've wanted for years. And she's like, but, I was like, she's like, I feel like I have to know if it's real. And I was like, well, how are you going to know if you don't try it? And she goes, well, here's the thing. She's like, I haven't really dated many people. I'm pretty young, and so are you. And I was like, yeah? So let's date for a while. She goes, no. She's like, I want to try it. I want this summer. I want this summer to like go out and to not, and I want to, we can't talk to each other this whole summer. And I want to see if it's real. And at the end of that, if it's real, then we'll be together. And I was like, okay. So I waited the whole fucking summer, right? I waited the whole ass summer. Summer comes, summer goes, bro. I swear to God, summer comes, summer goes. All of a sudden, it's fucking autumn. Or wait, what is the one that comes after summer? Is that fall? It's fall, right? Yeah, fall. It's fall. And I'm like, the leaves are starting to get yellow and shit. Oh, she went out and had a hot girl summer for sure. So the leaves are starting to get yellow. And then they start turning red, and Thanksgiving is around the corner. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. We're about to call. So I pick up the phone, dial her number. I haven't talked to this girl in like 4 months, right? She told me she loved me the last time we talked. Boop, 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 boop. Brrr. Brrr. Third ring, by the way. Fucked up. So she was screening me. Brrr. Brrr. Right? Picks up. Here's how she greets me. She goes, hello? I go, hey, it's Paul. Oh, hey, how you doing? I was like, fine, I guess. How are you? Whatever. Busy. Oh. You know what? And she's, what? I said, you treat me like a fucking dog. What? I said, yeah, you treat me like a fucking dog. And I'm done getting treated like a dog. I was like, you remember the last fucking conversation we have? We haven't talked in 4 fucking months. And that's how you greet me? Fuck you. Boop. And that was that. So, lesson learned. Don't ever let yourself be sucked into that fucking shitty situation. Yeah, she was busy for 4 months getting bottomed out in all summer long. She tried to call back. A couple of times. But it was years later. Years later. And always while I was in a relationship, too. It was fucking wild. It's like I got in this long-term relationship right after high school, right? After I ditched her, started dating this girl that was older. She was like 21, I was 18. And she took my virginity. We were together. We were together for 2-3 years. We moved to Arizona, and then we moved back to Cali. And at that point, this girl hits me up. And at that point, it had been a lot of years, and I was real secure in my relationship. So I was like, fuck it. Yeah, we'll get together. Went out, had a couple of drinks together. She started fucking talking all that romantic shit. And I was like, hey, listen, I'm in a fucking relationship. Like, you missed the bus. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Then, later down the road, kind of the same thing. You know what I mean? I'm married at this point to my ex-wife. And she's calling me again. She hit me up on Facebook. And I had to say it again. I was just like, it ain't. So it's just like, you know what I mean? One of those things. One of those things, man. It's like, dude, she was going to hang me out to dry my whole life. Like, if I would have just kept doing that shit, she would still have me on the hook. She'd still be making promises to me. I'm 45. I guarantee you. Yeah. I mean, I'm not in a whole lot of people's little black book, but it always is, because I don't go do that, bro. I don't drunk dial. I don't go back through and go like, hey, what's up, X? I mean, I have done it. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's just like, I'm too old for that shit now. That just ain't me. Just one of those days when you don't want to wake up. Everybody's fucked. Everybody sucks. You don't know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact. And if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet is just to stay away, motherfucker. It's just one of those days. Dude, Vader, have you seen the video of Limp Bizkit playing Woodstock 99? And the people off stage were begging them not to play that song. And they played it. And that's what touched off the riot at Woodstock 99. People started literally dismantling the stage, dismantling the fucking security towers and camera towers and shit. Like, have you seen this shit? Bro, that shit was wild, Vader. You got us. If you ain't seen that shit, Johnny, if you ain't seen, you go search Limp Bizkit Woodstock 99 performance. Watch that shit. You're welcome. You will never see a more live fucking crazy audience than that, bro. You've seen fucking crazy metal audiences. You've seen Walls of Death, bro. This is something else. This is something else. Johnny, I can't believe you haven't seen it. Just go search that shit, bro. Oh, boy. Squirrel chase, squirrel chase. Boom. Like, dude, and then you know the lore behind it. People off stage because the crowd was getting fucking irascible. Right? And they were in Fred's earpiece going, all right, no break stuff, bro. You have to fucking calm this. Do some behind, well, they hadn't written behind, they didn't write it anyway. They hadn't covered Behind Blue Eyes yet. Dude, slow it down a little bit. Bring the energy down. And Fred was like, I was like, oh. People backstage were like, oh no. And that fucking place went ape shit. It's crazy. Korn is another one. Like, if you haven't seen the Korn Woodstock 99 performance, I'm not even a huge fan of either of those bands, bro. But it was wild. Yeah, it was primal. It was like some caveman shit. Not even kidding, bro. Wild shit. Just one of those days. Feeling like a freight train. First one off the train leaves with a bloodstain. Korn sucks, but watching that show footage makes me wish. Oh man, yeah. I was old enough to theoretically be there, but I was broke. Whoops. That sucks. You can't really get to fucking the East Coast broke. You saw Pink Floyd live? No. My parents have seen Floyd. I never got to see Floyd. I would. Mm. Yeah, unfortunately, bro, being broke makes it hard to get to a lot of shows. I've seen some really cool bands. I went to a lot of shows in the 90s and early 2000s. Well, a few, you know, I mean, not a lot compared to some of my friends. Oh, no, I just love Floyd. Just one of those. Now I'm old enough to go to, you know, I'm old enough and I've got a little disposable income. I can go to shows, but I'm too old and fat. Now it just seems like a fucking imposition to go to a show. I'm just like, maybe. Life is on contract. Your best bet is just to stay away, fucker. It's one of those days. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. I think you better quit talking that shit, or you'll be leaving with a fat lip. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. I think you better quit talking that shit. So come and get it. Bro, you ain't kidding, Meshuggah sucks, bro. When I went to see Tool, Meshuggah opened for them, right? So I get to my spot down on the floor. Meshuggah comes out, fires up like one song. I got like 25, 30 seconds into it. I was like, I'm going to the smoking area, bro. I'm just gonna chain smoke until this fucking gay ass band is out of here, bro. I fucking hate Meshuggah. Meshuggah is so bad. So fucking bad, bro. I could hear it from out in the smoking thing, and I was just like, man, this band sounds like somebody's fucking like torturing a cat, bro. I'm not even kidding, that band sucks. Oh, from Hotlanta? Based. If you're from Hotlanta, what you know about that Juvenile? Boom, 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 boom. That's you with that badass Benz, huh? That's you to keep on that corner because you keep fucking with friends, huh? That's you to win the code, huh? That's you to got subpoena for child support, huh? And got your baby G's on Glock, on fire, remaining the G. Till the moment you expire, you know what it is. Making something out of nothing, you handle your biz, and always crying and the suffering. I want to see King Diamond live really bad. He never comes to Appalachia though. Yeah. Traveling for a fucking concert is tough, man. It's just adds a level of expense. Bro, I know my long timers have heard this, but since it came up, bro. I was in Vegas a couple of years ago for a meetup for my show. Pulled into town. And I saw the new like Raiders Stadium or whatever the fuck. And I was like, who's playing? And we pulled up next to the sign and I see it's Post Malone. I was like, shit. Post Malone was playing in a couple of days. I was like, we're going to be here a couple of days. Maybe we see Posty. I was thinking like max $100 a ticket or something. I was thinking like, dude, if we get some like nosebleeds or whatever, we probably get $80 a ticket, baby. That's doable. We look into it. $400 a ticket for nosebleeds to see Posty in Vegas. I was like, no. Nope. Pass on that. That shit is shameful, bro. Shameful. $400 a ticket. Everything else was sold out. They had a bunch of nosebleeds left, and they were $400 a ticket through Ticketmaster with the fees and the bullshit. I couldn't even see how much front row was because it was sold all the way fuck out, which is fine. I didn't expect to get front row 2 days out from the show. I wanted some nosebleeds. I just thought it'd be cool to chill up there and watch Posty. Dude, but that's the thing that I'm saying, Liam, is like, back in the day when you heard somebody was coming to town and it was a couple of days out, you go down to the ticket booth, they weren't scalping you for $400 a ticket or the equivalent, bro. You know what I mean? It's not like they rolled up the fucking price to the point where it was unattainable a couple of days before that. That was wild, bro. They're just like, how many people fly into Vegas? They don't know what's going on, and they might go like, oh, I'll go catch a Post Malone show. That's cool. And then they go look at that price. Dude, it would have been $800 for me and my wife to go to go see Post Malone. I'm like, what? I understand he's a big ass fucking star and shit, but holy fuck. $300 a ticket? Bro, I looked at Ghost. Ghost is another one that's fucking expensive as fuck, bro. Not as expensive as Post. Like, Ghost wants $200 a ticket for floor and like $180 for like whatever they call that, raked, and then nosebleeds are like $80 a pop. That's like attainable, but it's still just like, fuck. It's not even the artist's fault. When you're talking about these big artists, they have a lot. They get a cut of that, bro. I don't know about sucks seeing them now, because they still look like they put on a really good show, but it's not the same when it's a giant venue. I don't like those massive shows, bro. See, I disagree, bro. Okay, so you know the Smoothie King Arena. It used to be the Superdome, the Louisiana Superdome, and they changed the name to the Smoothie King Arena. Now I think it's something else. I went there and I saw a band that I wasn't even really like, I probably wouldn't have gone and seen, but my girlfriend at the time was real into them. Panic at the Disco, right? I liked them. I'm a Brendan Urie fan. You know what I mean? I came to enjoy their music, so it was cool to go, bro. That was a sold out arena show, packed to the gills, and it was fucking amazing. Sometimes seeing them in that type of venue. Yeah, no, Smoothie King is huge in Louisiana, as you might expect. Yeah, at the time that I went and saw it, it was the Smoothie King Arena. I don't know who owns it now. Oh, small venues are great. I just saw Alice Long Yu Gao in like a basement venue a couple months ago. Real small, like maybe 100-person max venue. And it was cool. You know, seeing a smaller artist that you're into in a small venue is really cool. I got to see P-Lander Z years and years ago with Ben. I was so fucking drunk, but that show still lives rent-free. That was such a fun band to see. I mean, you ever get a chance to see a P-Lander show, bro, go see it. Trust me. Well, shows. So my podcast does meetups. They're kind of legendary. We're doing one at Dingbats in Clifton, New Jersey, November 1st this year. And we work with these venues, right? We call the venue. We tell them who we are. We give them some links to our past meetup stuff and show them that we pack out venues. They come back and they go like, all right, you know, we'll give you the whole place, exclusive. You have to meet this bar minimum. Typically it's $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 they want you to hit. We know for a fact we're going to hit that because we know for a fact 150 to 200 people are coming. Sometimes, you know, there might even be more this time. We'll see. The max cap for this venue is 300. I don't think we're going to hit that, but get him out. Escort him. Saw MC Chris at a small venue, but that dork barely counts. Yeah, well, you know. You live in Connecticut? Just let me know the date. I just did. November 1st, Dingbats, Clifton, New Jersey. Yeah, there it is. Philosophy channel. When we need to be. I mean, I don't really put a label on the channel. I'm literally just like smoking a joint and having my morning cup of coffee and some nicotine and stuff, and we just talk. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you can look it up. It's a lot of fun, man. It's a little expensive, but what are you gonna do, man? We gotta make a little fucking money doing it. Johnny, I mean, have you been to one of these before, Johnny, or not? I seem to think I remember you coming to one, but am I wrong about that? Dude, it's a whirlwind because you like, people are just like meeting you, introducing themselves, like, but I seem to remember Johnny was that one. Sadly, no. Johnny, you gotta do it, bro. You gotta fucking do it, Johnny. Come on. We're not, dude. We may never be. Well, maybe not never, but maybe a long time before we're back on the East, bro. No spamming, Johnny. I wouldn't correct a mod in here, bro. That's not how I would handle things, but that's up to you, I guess. Whoa. That's good. Oh, you caught Johnny in a good mood. How much is the ticket? $100. But our show is different than most other shows. We do a whole stage show. Got a great opening band called the God Bombs. And then as soon as the show's over, we come down off the show, get drunk with our fans, and close the bar out. So it's a little bit like a meet and greet plus a show, which is pretty cool. But that's why we charge money for it. Did you end up sporting the PragerU socks? No, I never got the PragerU socks. I don't like the idea of giving PragerU any money. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's better. Holy shit. Bird sounds like a pterodactyl. That's a chicken. That's a hen. And that sound, that buck, 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 that sound means the hen is laying an egg. Kitty's a boy. Oh boy. Name yet? Or are we still working on the name? What's the top contenders? Who gets to name it? Is the kids or you? I got questions. Too many questions. Working on it? Okay. As soon as you know, when I do a show, you let me know in the chat because I gotta know. There's a new DFF / Paul's Ego adjacent kitty. I asked my kid, she said cat. That's a cute name, honestly. You might want to just roll with that. Cat. My experience, if you let the kids do it, they're going to change their mind every week. Well, yeah, that's part of the fun of it. Got to find something better than that. I mean, it is kind of cute. Be a cute story. But yeah, you're right. Something cool. Some like highfalutin name like Aloysius or Winston would be cool. Beauregard would be cool. Yeah, I just ate this. I had one of these. I don't usually eat a whole lot of breakfast. I had a Belvita, a crunchy Belvita. I dipped it in my coffee, and that's gonna be my breakfast. Hieronymus? Oh yeah, Hieronymus. Can't do Winston because that's my son's name. Well, shit. I like that name though. I love the name Winston. So yeah, I can't do Winston. Vincenzo. Vincenzo. Mephistopheles is too. People name their cat devil names all the time. If you're gonna go with a devil name, Beelzebub. And you just call him Bub for short. That would be a cool name. Jazz, Smokey, and Clove. Cool. My cat is Cricket. And he's a cricket. Harry Dubois. Me? Not really. Named a Belle. Bella the cow. A Bella, Bella, Bella. Belial? Yeah, but I don't know. Einstein. Well, I named my dog when I was in my 20s after a demon. I named her Boognish, who is a demon in the mythology of the band Ween. And we used to just call her Boog or Boogie. But when she was in trouble, it was Boognish. Chill it out. I've heard it both ways. I don't think either way is wrong, Johnny. I've heard Belial. I've heard Belial. I've heard both ways, and I don't think either one is improper. Oh, yeah. Harry Dubois. Dubois would be a cool name for a cat. Sev. It's short for 7-Eleven. That's cute. So far, both of my kids' names have been said. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. We done did it now, y'all. Our male goat that is starting to get ball sack age now, and I get why billy goats are the standard for giant nuts. Yeah, no, they're huge. They've got huge balls, and they're angsty balls, too. You still an ex-convict? Yes. Yes, I am. I did a bid for Moida. I did a bid for Moida back in '82. Oh, they get longer as they age, too, Phoebes. Moida. Yeah. Moida. Aggravated assault. Beelzebub, Bub for short. Oh, that's cute. That's a cute name. You never see an animal named Beelzebub. So let's do a little Paul therapy session. As many of you know, I was recently diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and I've been medicated for bipolar now for a little over a month, about a month and a half. And it's genuinely helped. It genuinely helped me. But on the medicine, I've continued to have manic episodes and depressive episodes. I'm riding the edge of a depressive episode now, but I'm also starting to contend at this dose. It's my dose of the medication that helps me with bipolar has been steadily increased, right? So we're trying to find that dose. And at the dose I'm at now, I feel okay, but I also feel like it's starting to impinge. Like I feel like I'm dragging ass when it kicks in. And I'm hoping, because I've only been on this dose for it's under a week now, and I'm hoping that eventually my body will find some sort of equilibrium, because it's like I'll wake up, feel like I got a lot of energy, but I also feel pretty unstable, and so I'll take all my meds, because I take a lot of meds, and it's like right now I feel very, very centered and mellow and stuff. but I also feel like I could just lay down and sleep, and I just slept, got really good sleep. So it's definitely like at this dose, it's starting to like bring me down a little bit. Yeah, yeah. Get a bed for onion nuggets and then, yeah, have Amelia just set my mic and let me snore into it. They need to. Well, here's the problem though, Ghoul. I'm under the care of a psychiatrist now, and she doesn't like, and I was honest with her. My last dose, I had not one but two manic episodes in a week where I didn't want to eat, I didn't want to sleep, I didn't want to do anything other than be manic. And those are tough. Those are bad. You're not supposed to have those when you're regulated. And so, like, I need the dose to go up, but I also need to be present. It's like, okay, I don't know how people perceived it, but last night it's not that I was feeling bad. It's just like I said, I was riding the edge of a depressive episode and I felt kind of disconnected from the show last night. And I don't know that it's a depressive episode more than it's just, I was just fucking tired, man. But, on the other hand, I feel way better. Like my thought process it's hard to explain my thought process. Very fast and tangential. And I'm still that way, but I I can moderate it a little bit. And I don't feel like I'm speaking so fast I can't get a thought out, you know what I mean? So it's helped me a lot in that area. It's also helped with my mood swings and shit, which I just don't like. You know what I mean? Thankfully, like I have this inability to be that way to Amelia because she's just like the epitome of sweet, tolerant, wonderful person. And, but like, it's just like I'll get frustrated at objects, you know, circumstances, responsibilities, unexpected life events, and everything else, right? I just don't take it well. I had a friend, said my friend Cigarette, I've talked about this, but he started asking me some questions. And he was like, these are all the questions they asked when they were diagnosing me for autism. And he asked me all of them, and my answer is yes. So I don't know, maybe I'm autistic. I don't know. I got the tiz. There ain't no medication for that though, so I don't really care. What does manic mean for you? It means the day goes by really fast because you feel unstoppable and you feel like tackling like 8 different projects at once, and you feel like you feel like everything other than what you're working on or doing or occupying yourself with at this moment is a waste of time. So like eating, sleeping, etc. It's pretty bad, man. Like I've dealt with mania since I was a teenager, and I didn't know that's what it was. Back in my day, what I was diagnosed with was called manic depression. I was not diagnosed with manic depression. When I was a teenager, I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder and depression. And so they mismedicated me for my whole life. I'm 45 and I got diagnosed this year properly. And now I'm on proper medication that's helping me out. But I have not yet found my dose for maintenance of that med. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, mania can lead to like extreme illusions of grandeur. I don't know that I necessarily get that, but I do feel unstoppable. I feel like I can accomplish anything, but oftentimes you end up accomplishing nothing. You know what I mean? It's a very well documented mental state, and I display all of the fucking hallmarks of it. But it's not something that I really became aware of because I just trusted the diagnosticians that I'd worked with. And, I talked to my doctor about it because my, you know, general practitioner doctor who initially got me on this dose of on my first little dose of this medication, and then got me to talk to a psychiatrist. And I was just telling her, I was like, the only regrettable thing about this is I've been in and out of treatment all my life, 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 doctors, and nobody caught this. And she looked at me and she was like, "We failed you." And I was like, "No, you didn't." I said, "You didn't fail me because you listened. You didn't even know I existed until a few months ago. You listened to me and you helped me, so you didn't fail me. Those other doctors did, though." Generalized anxiety disorder was a person I imagine would actually be actor Josh Gad. I don't even know who that is, but yeah, that reference is too deep a cut for me. Yes, the profit motive corrupts healthcare. Oh, by the way, Phoebes, I finally got to watch your whole appearance on DP the other night where you roasted Brett. You had him. I'm just gonna let you know, as a keen historian, you had him fucking like, you know what I'm talking about? You had him hopping mad. Like you had him fucking cast iron skillet with the stove all the way up, fucking screaming hot 550-degree pan mad, bro. No, no, no. I'm not even kidding you. Like you might like think, dude, I got him mad. I got him a little bit mad. You had him as mad as I've ever heard him. Now we've gotten him that mad. But dude, Brett was absolutely on fire, bro. And that's how you know that whole shit was true. Because, dude, if there was some weird accusation about me looking in on my son or some shit while he was having sex with his girlfriend, bro, I would just go like, that's fucking nuts, bro. That's crazy, right? And he's like, "Fuck you, you're a bitch, you fucking asshole, fucking boring." Dude, he was pissed, pissed. I'd be like, dude, some ex-girlfriend of my fucking kid has sour grapes, and she released some stupid shit. You know what I mean? That never happened. You know what I mean? Completely and utterly reject the premise. It's fucking stupid that you're bringing it up. And, you know what I mean? I wouldn't give a bucket of piss for this loser. Yeah, you wouldn't have a bucket of piss to give. No, he would have that. I guarantee you he's pissed in a Tubbs root beer bottle or two. Pissed in a empty Sunny D bottle so he could keep streaming. And he didn't have to get up off his piss-stained mattress off his belly. Bro, I guarantee Brett's got a piss jug. Have I ever told you guys the story? I think I have. where we were winding up with Brett. Like he was gonna be on DP, and we had him in the room, and he was cammed up, and Scotty was like, "Brett, are you drunk?" And Brett just grinned that toothless grin. He was like, and reached under his bed, and he had like a bottle of Wild Turkey. He was like, "Dude, Brett's a fucking drunk, bro, guaranteed." I mean, Keenology is a deep and abiding profession, Phoebes. I will tell you this, you've taken your first steps. You know what I mean? You've taken your first steps as a keenologist, but there's a lot of dark knowledge that you have to fucking thumb through about Brett Keane. You know the basics. You know the wife beaten, you know the girlfriend allegations, but there is 20 years of lore. 20 years of Brett Keane lore, and each one is more fucking reprehensible than the last. Yeah, he sounded like he was a little tips. Oh no, yeah, he is, man, it's a deep well of matinee. I gotta tell you, it's disgusting. The more you find out, the less you want to know, unless you're like me, a glutton for punishment. Courts.mo.gov. Oh yeah, no. He's got documented domestic violence cases against him for beating on his mom, beating on his fucking wife. Dude, information came out from that same girl, Emily, that he beats on his kids too. Like, he just beats on people in his fucking household. So, yeah, he's just a piece of shit. I heard Ben say something interesting too, because the manatee was warned. And Ben said something interesting that I did not know because I'm not following very closely anymore. Ben said that he uploaded a whole Paul's Ego video about me and then mysteriously took it down. I was like, interesting. Because you guys remember a couple days ago, I told that manatee, keep my fucking name out of that toothless mouth if he knows what's good for him, because I'm retired as a keenologist. But if you don't think I'll put the fucking professor hat on, if you don't think I'll put the professor hat back on and start giving lectures again, bro, you're wrong. Don't poke the bear, bro. Don't poke the bear. Because I will tell you this, Phoebes, and I'm not trying to fucking... You did great. You got the manatee screaming hot mad. But I got to tell you, and I'm not even trying to flex here, nobody in the history of his life has been in his walls and under his skin more than me. I know that motherfucker like the back of my own hand. I'm not even kidding you, bro. I am in his walls. I'm in his mind. He thinks about me every fucking day. I guarantee it. Do you think he's the reason? Oh, yeah. I think the manatee is a flagging piece of shit. And, YouTube would do good to go back to its old rules where it would track people. And if you got banned off this bitch, you were just banned. Because his monkey ass shouldn't be on the platform. Everybody knows it, bro. He's on his, 800th channel because he just fucking sucks. And he's, currently engaged in flagging campaigns against DP and probably us, too. He's probably going through all the old stuff and flagging like a little bitch. Because that's all he can do. That's all he's got. Is false flagging. Got a bunch of old streams getting age restricted because he's false flagging. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what it is. He's a flagger. But he's warned, man. I gotta say, man, I don't jump in a white knight for anybody when it comes to Brett. But he knows the rules, man. You keep the name Paul out of your mouth. Even if you know somebody else named Paul, you better start calling him P Dog or some shit. Because if I hear that toothless fucking mouth go, Paul People, um, bro, I'm gonna start giving lectures again. I'm gonna come out of retirement. I'm gonna dust off the fucking volume. I'm gonna dust off my notes. I'm gonna get myself sharp again on the fucking manatee history, and that's gonna be right back to it. I don't even hate the dude. To be honest with you, like, to the extent that I can, I pity Brett Keane. To the extent that I can, I pity him. But anyway, I'll be back. Whoa. Bum, 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 bum. Anyway, I'm bored talking about Brett. I do need to watch DP and see if fucking Ben plays that slanderous video though, because if he said enough, like if he told enough lies in that video, it may already be too late for him, because him taking down the video doesn't change it. Dude, Phoebes, you got to get me in one of those fucking rooms. You got to let me know the next time Brett is chilling in one of those rooms. I don't think he'll do it. He probably won't go back on that dude's show for a while, but if you hear about him in an open room again, you got to get me in there. Already has. Okay. Well, you got to get me in there. I'll go in undercover and I'll see if he recognizes me. He's on a building my channel kick. Oh. Well, you know the manatee cycle, right? Disappears for a while. I'm leaving YouTube. And then fucking all of a sudden he's back. YouTube radio, Brett Keane situation. And he's like doing panels with his misfit toys and shit. And then like slowly but surely he backstabs all of them and they all hate him at the end of it. And then he goes, oh, fucking losers. And then he disappears again and then it comes back again. Oh yeah, yeah. The backstab part of the cycle is nigh, but it'll take a while. Because once he gathers a little island of misfit toys, Brett, he likes to have them around for a while. But then slowly but surely, they'll start dropping off. Speaking of the DP days, whatever happened to G-Time Johnny? I don't know, man. He kicked the dog and nobody likes him anymore. And I kind of feel the same way. He was on stream, one of his dogs did something he wasn't supposed to do, and he kicked it in the head real hard. The dog whimpered. And, you know, after that, nobody really wants to deal with G-Time anymore. Why do people even follow him? I would say 90% of the people that follow Brett follow him because of the trolling. Because they just want to troll him. Or they want to see what he says so they can pass it along and get somebody else to troll him. Like for me, that's 99% of Brett. Got to have high hopes for a living. It's one thing to like trip over a dog. No. The dog was sniffing at some part of his campfire or something, and he could have corrected the dog, but he kicked it. So you don't kick a dog. And Brett Keane is one of the most ancient lolcows. He's a lolcow from before the term lolcow. And the excuse he gave was like, I don't want her to hurt herself on the campfire. And it's like, yeah, but there are ways to fucking correct your dog. The reason he kicked her is because he was holding his fucking phone for a stream. You know what I mean? He didn't want to put his phone down or, you know, let it fucking drop for a second so he could grab her collar and pull her back or push her back and scold her or something. A lol Arok. Yeah. A lol muskox. That's what he is. He's a lol muskox. A lol manatee. I mean, a lol sea cow. It works. No, lol cow doesn't mean it. It's another word. It's like what was the fucking buzzword of the day? Bad faith. Now bad faith just means you disagreed with me. Lol cow just means you disagreed with me. Fascist just means you disagreed with me. There's just a number of words that have just lost all their meaning. Beta just means you disagreed with me. Cuck just means you disagreed with me. You know what I mean? So many words have been run through the grist of the internet mill and have come out the other end just like unusable processed poop. Nazi, fascist, trauma, yep. All of these things have just been like fucking completely turned into a goddamn fucking mockery. None of those words mean anything. It's King Hippo to you, you little bitch. You know, I'm not gonna let you punch me in my fucking stomach because that's my only weak spot. Try and punch me in the mouth, I go like this. Actually, like, honestly, I look more like Bear Hugger. Like, to be completely fucking frank with you, I look a little bit more like Bear Hugger. Why do we gotta fight? I don't know, man. I'm not in a fighting mood, and everybody wants to fight. Whenever I'm in a fighting mood, everybody's all sensitive and doesn't want to fight. But when I'm in a fighting mood, I'm not in a fighting mood. When I'm actually just kind of chill and chilling, they all want to fight me, bro. Ooh. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I get it. I get real aggressive. But I'm also like, I prefer to be laid back, but I get real aggressive. Yeah, I get real mean. BJJ with Phoebe? No, dude. Phoebe, you're too young. You're too young. You'd beat the shit out of me. I'm old. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Anyway. Still a whippersnapper. It wouldn't even be fair. Be like Jake Paul versus Tyson. Be horrible for me. Oh. My back is fucked today, y'all. Fucked. I just want somebody to I just want somebody to grab my head and go stretch my whole shit. Upper. Ooh. My cervical spine. In between my shoulder blades and up. Anyway, I gotta go.